All right, one of the things that we get a lot of questions about is what if we have existing rock chips and we're going to do PPF? So I'm going to give you a solution that I learned at a training event, and it's going to seem very basic, but it actually works really well. So what I have here, this is a black, brand new black Silverado RST. This metal bumper down here, it has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really like 4 more major chips in these 2 areas, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this crayon, which is a wax, and I'm going to fill in those rock chips. And it works about 70% of the time, but I'm going to fill in those rock chips with a crayon, and then we're going to install film over it. Now, while I'm doing this, why a crayon versus a paint pen? Well, paint pens tend to be create a little bit larger bunch up, which creates a something under the film that you can see. And then crayons, on the other hand, will kind of fill in the rock chip, and then the wax is in there, and it will allow us to install the film over it and glide over it without, pulling up a piece of touch-up pen. And it is something I can do this and I can install film right away versus like paint that's, we're going to cure it. So you can see it pretty far up close, but if you back up, you really won't see that. Now this, like I said, it works about 70% of the time. This is not a solution that we can use for somebody that has hundreds of rock chips. It's just not feasible. But to touch up a couple of them, I'm going to show you how well this works right after this. Okay, from there, I'm guessing you probably can't see the rock chips. If you get close, you can see them. But unlike 3 giant white specks, it's mostly hidden. Now, this doesn't work for all types. You see like this, and this. See how they have these little like grayish white surrounds? This is because the rock actually like almost impacted it and then pushed pieces of it, kind of deformed the surrounding area. So the crayon trick is only going to work if it's, just a typical chip. But this is like actual, minor damage to the paint and the structure of the bumper itself. So it's going to stick out and it's going to create that little air gap. And then before we deliver it to the client, though, we're going to try to push this down and we're going to heat it up to try to minimize these. But that is the risk, once you start getting rock chips, especially on gloss black, non-metallic, or darker paint, non-metallic, it's easier to see these little things. But from a distance, you don't see this. It's only if you're up there inspecting for it.